Aloha guys, today we're going to highlight a 2-bed, 2-bath townhome here in Makakilo.
This is the first place I even visited as a young kid when I moved from the mainland to Hawaii. We live just down the hill over there, and my stepmom would say it every single day. Isn't it beautiful? You can live cheaper than other places but get one of the best views on the island. So let's show you this townhome. A little bit of a blooper, but we're walking in and this is falling over. One, new soft carpet. But two, it's windy, that's why. The wind keeps blowing this thing, and you have this brand new plush soft carpet. Let me fix this staging stuff before we proceed. There we go.
Cool breezes up here in Makakilo.
843 is kind of big.
Yeah, it's a good size tutu.
The home that we moved out of, the one we used to do our meetings in, it was only 980. It was a single family home, only 980 that I lived in.
Yeah.
This is just almost within 100 square foot of my single family home. So as you come in, first bedroom on the right, kitchen, everything is fresh, clean. You know, I noticed when I was coming in, it smelled good. Do we have air fresheners? Is it the new carpet and new paint, or like what?
We have a little bit of both.
Okay.
Just a couple of simple air fresheners after cleaning, so it doesn't smell like lemon fresh or fabuloso. And then yes, the fresh carpet. This is not a brand new remodel, but it was refreshed in the last 5 years or so. Our clients only lived here for a year and a half.
They just did the carpet on the way out. So the carpet isn't even 1 year old.
Yes.
Some paint, some other things. Better than when they got it fresh. Take a look at the kitchen. Two things that I like. We're gonna highlight the positive in our listings. And if there were cabinets here, I'd hate it. And a lot of townhomes, especially ones built to like 90s, they're gonna put those cabinets here. But when you have a 800 something square foot townhome, it's important that it feels, not just is big, the size of a small single family home in here, but that it feels that way too. I wouldn't like the cabinets here.
I think it would make it darker, it'd make it feel smaller. There's storage right here above a new dishwasher that they put in within the last year. You've got storage in that bench there, which is a little kind of breakfast nook.
My wife loves bay windows. I also looked into retrofitting or like doing a renovation to put, they're not cheap.
No.
And when you have a home this size and you want to create a little separation, or you want to cook but hang out, or you want to sit and talk to your spouse while they cook and when you're on your phone or you're typing or whatever, this is a cool spot.
And there is room for a small table right here if you really wanted to as well. A small square or a small round table.
And you can see the ocean right through there.
The coastline view is amazing.
This is my first time seeing this room since we did the consult.
Yep.
It looks better than I thought. It looks good, smells like the carpet. I like it.
It's the right size room for being a guest room. Full size bed, got a full closet right behind Kenji, air conditioning in here. This is a good size room.
Also a big window for cross breeze. One of the things about Makakilo is that it's cooler weather than down the hill. You can see down the hill, much cooler weather up here. Also important in a 2-bedroom that you can create a little separation. So if you have 2 adults, or if you have you and your kid, whatnot, get them apart a little bit. And being on the 2nd floor, between 1st and 2nd floor, when there's only 1st and 2nd, one, I like that there's no one above me to stomp, because you wouldn't want my kids above you. I know you wouldn't want your kids above you.
Definitely not.
The other thing is it's just safer. Like if I put my kid in here, how's someone going to get to this window? What, 16-foot ladder?
Yeah.
They're not going. So I like the safety and security of not being on the ground floor, and then I like that there's no one above me to stomp. Like imperative for me.
You're mentioning two of my favorite things about this unit, this complex. It's only a half a flight. The ground unit, you have to go down half a flight of stairs. We're up a half a flight. And the floor plan having a bedroom on the front side and then the primary on the back side. And you have 2 full bathrooms. Let's go check those out.
Bougie washer and dryer.
These are new within the last year or so. Our clients put those in. Bathroom has continuing tile in, and then they did a chair rail or wainscoting prior to our clients moving in. So this is within the last 5 years or so.
Talk about the finances of a home. So we're selling another home, debuted last week on the channel, and there's $100,000 worth of upgrades. So while this one doesn't have $100,000 worth of upgrades, it does have upgrades and things like the new carpet, the new dishwasher, the new fridge. If you buy a home and it lacks these things, you then have to go to Home Depot, pay out of pocket or whatnot. If you prefer for the value of things to be wrapped into a 30-year loan, it's already got a nice fridge. Look at this. As I'm talking, this will start moving again, I'm sure. Trade winds are like gusts. It's like kind of on and off all day.
It feels like the air conditioner's on.
There you go. There you go. 2 kinds of homes in Hawaii. Ones that have termites and ones that will get termites, especially on the single family side, right? Well, in Makakilo, for me, there are 2 kinds of homes. Ones that have a view and ones that don't have a view.
Yeah.
Even in this complex, there are ones that have a view, like this, and ones that have no view, and it's a world of difference. Makakilo is the most special view to me because the story about my stepmom. Every day she had a Saturn. It was like a teal green, and everyone remembers you go over the speed bump and she goes, "Look how beautiful it is," when Diamond Head would reveal every single day. We get clients, especially the ones from the YouTube who aren't from here. They're like, oh, I want to feel like I'm in Hawaii. For some of those people, it means Kailua. For some people, it might mean the North Shore. Oftentimes, it just means not down in Ewa. It just feels like a subdivision on the mainland.
Cool breezes, coastline views, Mauka views. From the mainland, those are the things I would have liked to have, but the familiarity, same type of build from the mainland is what we ended up falling in love with, and then we just go places to see the views.
Yeah.
This one, even when we helped these folks buy this place, I was like, man, that view is $1 million view, even though it's not $1 million. Bucks.
We're not charging $1 million for the house, right? So let's say where you live in Ewa, planned community, same homes all over, nice community, but just a different thing. If you took those homes, you picked them up and put them all in Makakilo, one, they would cost 10 to 20% more, but two, you would all of a sudden, it would instantly create a different feeling. It would change in multiple ways, but one thing that would change for the positive is, wouldn't you feel more like you're in Hawaii just for being here?
We wanted to be in Makakilo, we just couldn't for that exact same reason. We looked in Kahivilo, we looked up here, and it just wasn't going to work for us.
Yeah.
It was not in the budget.
Given the option, you would have chose Makakilo.
Yes.
In early videos, though, I talked about how Makakilo probably is my retirement spot. I'm not just saying that for the video. I know you guys are like, oh, Derek, you always keep it real, but now for this video, you're just saying any kind. No, I do, because there's a school down the hill, Island Pacific Academy. You know, as my son gets to a certain age and we decide public school versus private, or just style of learning, you know, just traditional government-sponsored school versus a different kind of school. And my dollar would just go way further in Makakilo than it would in Mililani. You get a newer, nicer place compared to Mililani. And I'm comfortable here. Like, this was the first place I came. I have memories here. My stepmom, my dad, like, I like Makakilo for those reasons. So it's real. It's real for me.
Yeah, and you get the views that you don't get in Mililani. You get the same temperature as Mililani without the rain.
Occasionally we can catch like a valley view or even the mountain views. Even though they should be more available, there aren't many mountain views in Mililani. Definitely don't get this. Big primary bedroom. This is a king size bed.
Room for a full nightstand situation. Could probably put a dresser, and they had a TV here. They had a dresser here.
Yeah.
You could do a small dresser there. There's closet space here, a full-size wall closet here on this side as well. For a 2-bed, 2-bath townhome, this feels like a really good-sized primary bedroom. This has also been updated, but it's within the last 5 years or so. Nice updated lighting, vanity mirror, everything is all freshly painted up and touched up.
You know, the other thing in here is the vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to immerse myself, put myself in a buyer or an owner's shoes. As you walk from the primary into here, like, oh, it's kind of big and breezy. You know, if you take 1,000 square foot, you vault the ceilings, it's like 1,300 square foot, right?
Right.
You take 800 square foot, you vault the ceilings, it's, you know.
Feels like 1,000.
It's not literally 1,000, but it helps, right? If this were straight across, no bueno, not the same experience.
Yep.
If I'm being biased, I'll acknowledge it, but if I'm just being real, then I'll just being real. For you, Olina or Makakilo?
Makakilo.
Bias or just literally?
Literally.
Okay, why?
Coastline views, being up the hill, cooler temperatures, breezes. Those are the things that come to mind instantly, and it's like not questionable.
And this type of thing in Olina, rather than 500,000, we're probably talking 750, 800. Living in Makakilo is like living in a community. Living in Olina is like living in a fantasy, which could be good or bad, depending on the person.
Yeah, I'm not a resort person. If I was in a corner and had to pick, it's Makakilo.
Makakilo? Sure. Okay. Keeping it real, I feel like Kenny will figure out a way to make life good wherever he lives.
Makakilo or Kailua?
No bias for my wife, Makakilo immediately. For me, I would like Kailua Town, but it's irrelevant. So like I'm thinking, am I stabbing the seller in the back by saying this? You can't afford Kailua. This would be $800,000 instead of $500,000. It's not even relevant in terms of comparability. Makakilo is such a better deal for living. Vacationing, probably more Kailua. So do I want to like go to Island Vintage Coffee and hang out there? Go surf at Barbers? There's actually a wave to surf right there. In Kailua, you can go a couple places. That's a tough one for me.
You're literally adding a zero to get that view anywhere in Kailua.
It would be a sacrifice. I'll like sell my other home to then move to Kailua and then be uncomfortable. Either uncomfortable because we have to downsize our house so much, or uncomfortable because we're stretching ourselves thin. Here's one. Makakilo with a view or Kailua without one? I'm taking Makakilo with a view all day. ʻEwa or Makakilo?
Oh, you're gonna do that
kinda
to
answered
me.
it
All
already,
right.
but-
Well, in the next 3 to 5 years, I think that we're not gonna be in ʻEwa.
You're gonna move to Makakilo?
I think that we're probably gonna be somewhere up here, or if Seiko does what they say they're gonna do and build over by Royal Kunia.
Oh, well, they're
which
breaking
is-
ground already.
Yeah, being elevated, having a little cooler temperatures, and trying to get the one thing that we didn't get in ʻEwa, which was some kind of a view. There's some magnetic pull for me. I would leave ʻEwa if I could get a view and a home that still fits us, and we could downsize a little bit. We recognized that we bought a little bit big, and my mom chose to buy her own townhome. Thinking we were gonna maybe have her with us is why we bought a little bit bigger. You did it to me, now I gotta do it back to you. Makakilo or stay in Mauka?
Stay in Mililani? Depends. I'm actually just gonna keep it real. I currently am staying in Mililani because I live there, I'm comfortable. If I'm moving and I don't have like a school, I'm not already in X school district and anchored. If I'm just making a new decision for life, I go Makakilo. I'm not going the cheapest home on the island for my dollar, because then I go to ʻEwa is a little cheaper than Makakilo, or I go all the way to Waianae or Makaha. Of the homes all over the island, Makakilo is one of the better bangs for your buck. If I did, it would have to do with school district change or school change. And then if I think about school change, where would I go? It would be Makakilo. And so there are reasons that Makakilo is in the Okahashi conversation currently. Probably not gonna happen, honestly, just moving's a big thing.
Brand new sandwich shop, Capriati's here that we're trying out. One of the hardest adjustments to moving to Hawaii from Los Angeles, really just the adjustment to a simpler life. Cost of living here in Hawaii it's high, it sucks. Things are expensive here, but there's so many free things to do if we could just slow down, go outside, find the park, find the hike, find the beach. So many things to take advantage of that make that cost of living easier to deal with, I guess. And LA is expensive as well, so we were lucky enough to have not a big sticker shock. I know that that is true for people that are moving from the Midwest or from down south. The reason our sellers are leaving is because they got a fantastic job opportunity and they're going to live in Florida, where cost of living is quite a bit less. I highlight that here in the ʻEwa, Kapolei, Makakilo area, where I live, where I play, where I do a lot of my work, because it's a real thing. And there's just so much stuff to do that's free or super inexpensive. A lot of things that are coming up, you don't even have to leave the area. And the reason why we love it here in this ʻEwa, Kapolei, Makakilo area is because we don't have to go to town when it's not necessary, and that drive isn't a requirement. We love being able to just, you know, go to Chick-fil-A right here, or go to Jamba, or go to Popeyes, or go to Kalapawai across the street, you know, Broke the Mouth right here, go to the water park. Stay tuned, Sonic is coming. There's really just a little bit of everything here in Kapolei, and just more and more and more to come. The adjustment to that simple life has really sunk in now, and we just really don't see ourselves getting away from that anytime soon. If you have specific questions about this listing that we're highlighting today, 921210 Palahia Street. Come see me on Sunday. Our first open house will be Sunday from 2 to 5.
All right, guys, thank you for watching the channel. Do it, you know, don't do it for me or the channel, actually. Do it for our beloved sellers. One day you're going to be a seller on this channel. After you go to coreteamhawaii.com, go to the bottom, fill out the contact form, and we help you by exposing your property on this channel. But for now, for our sellers, like, comment, say something positive, gas it up, so we get more exposure for our sellers, so we sell their house at the highest possible value for the least amount of hassle. I'm gonna go down Makakilo Drive, get to helping other clients, and catch the views on the way out. Aloha, guys.